The World Baseball Classic has been a huge hit this year. The first round of games drew over 1 million people. Compare that to 2017, when just over 500,000 attended the opening games. For more, we are joined by Fox Sports MLB analyst Ben Verlander. He's a former major leaguer himself. He hosts the must-listen-to podcast if you love baseball. It's called Flippin' Bats. Ben is live in Miami, where the games are being played right now. Ben, welcome. Great to have you.
I really appreciate you having me. Thanks.
All right, so this year, it seemed like everybody said yes. Like all the cool kids got together and said, we're going to do this thing. Why is that they've been able to get this top level talent? And what has it been like going to these games?
I think it all starts with Mike Trout, to be honest with you. Mike Trout's one of the greatest to ever do it, and he's going to go down as one of the all-time greats. And he very early on signed up for this thing and said he wanted to be a part of it. And immediately from there, a bunch of guys started signing up for Team USA. Their teammates who are from other countries started wanting to play. So I think it all kind of started with Trout. There's been some good buy-in from the past with players, but you're right. This year really seems like the year that everybody bought in. And it's been really incredible to watch. The energy, the passion in the stands from the players. I mean, Mike Trout himself and Mookie Betts as well. Both of them said this is the time of their lives, and they're having the most fun that they've ever had on a baseball field representing the United States. So whenever you have those guys saying something like that, you know they're having a blast out there.
The one potential drawback, of course, well, it is a drawback, the injuries. We're talking about Freddie Freeman, although I'm just reading that his hamstring injury, that he'll be okay for opening day. But then there's the Mets closer, Edwin Diaz. He was celebrating, and now he has a season-ending injury. Those injuries, will this make people think twice about this then?
You know, that's kind of become the question that's come about from this Edwin Diaz injury right here. Obviously, you mentioned Freddie Freeman on a much lesser scale. I've heard Freddie's going to be okay for opening day. That's at least the latest on him. But you know, a lot of the guys have talked about this because this just happened the other night. And at the end of the day, you're playing baseball and you can get hurt doing anything. You can get hurt on the baseball field. Literally just a few minutes ago, a player for the Mets, again, I don't know what's going on with the Mets, but one of their good outfielders, Brandon Nimmo, got hurt sliding into second in spring training, in a spring training game. So, yeah, you know, there's a little more on the line in these games, but it's baseball. It's been so great for the sport, the growth that the game is seeing because of this, from the buy-in from players, from the fans there. Of course, it's so unfortunate to see injuries, but I don't think that's going to cause anybody to not do it going forward. We've seen injuries before. We've seen injuries happen all the time. They're still happening in spring training. Some, unfortunately, are going to happen in the World Baseball Classic, but at the end of the day, I think we're seeing that representing for your home country, wearing your country's colors are worth it.
And of course, Gavin Lux got injured for the Dodgers at spring training, just a freak injury there. All right, Marla, you're rooting for the USA, obviously, but you're also rooting for Mexico for an important reason.
Right, because my cousin Rowdy, he's actively playing right now, although they're losing to Puerto Rico, so let's hope that they pull this one off. It's 4-2, I think, in the top of the 7th. But yes, Ben, what are your thoughts on Rowdy and obviously first baseman, but what do you think of him? And then Mexico overall is doing well until tonight.
I love Rowdy. I actually played against him a bunch in the minors when he was with the Toronto Blue Jays organization. So we got to know each other when we were playing against each other. And to see the career he's had, obviously, with the Brewers now, really cool. And he's been great. You know, Team Mexico, I think, has surprised a lot of people. But you look on that lineup and you see some of their players, they shouldn't really be surprising anybody. They have a lot of big league talent on that team. They're doing really well. I still believe they have a chance to win this game tonight. I mean, we're in the quarterfinals, so you win this one, you're in the final four of the entire tournament. So they've certainly opened some eyes in this tournament, and I think they're going to be good for a long time to come.
All right, so a reminder to folks, we want to put the information up on the screen. USA taking on Venezuela tomorrow. We got Mike Trout versus Jose Altuve. That's at 4 o'clock right here on Fox 11. Ben, real quick pick, your thoughts on this game.
Oh, I'm picking USA. I gotta go with them. But this is definitely the toughest opponent the Team USA has had yet. Venezuela is full of superstars. You mentioned Jose Altuve. Ronald Acuna is on the team. They're full of superstars. So is USA's lineup. They have their best pitcher going in this tournament, Lance Lynn. So Oh, man, the place is going to be crazy. I'm taking USA, but I cannot wait. The place is going to be nuts.
And as a Dodger fan, I have to say, hopefully they make sure that Jose Altuve can't cheat in this one and the USA gets to win. All right, Ben Verlander, host of the Flippin' Bats podcast. Check that out, Ben. Thanks so much for joining us.
Of course. Thanks, guys.